Well, hi, I'm Sue Kropbauer, and as a mentor for midlifers, you've heard me say I'm passionate about helping 30 to 50 somethings build out a plan to achieve their professional goals, whether that's new career, midternship, etc. Over the next several weeks, I'm inviting you to come along as I offer up some sweet and spicy shorties for midlifers ready to take on 2022 in a new, bigger, and more successful way. Yep, I'm calling them sweet and spicy. Spicy because we're going to get real and shine a light on those, not so comfortable habits that have been keeping you stuck. Sweet because I'll share a few simple tactics each week to help you overcome any Achilles heel that's holding you back from success. And shorties, well, because I'm hoping they'll be short. Just short, just sweet, just spicy, but substantial. Last week, we launched out of the gate with a topic that registered on the Scoville heat unit of pepperoncini. 900 shu. That's the Scoville heat unit. That's the scale that's the what do you call that? The scale that you kind of figure out how hot a pepper goes. So it provided a little bit of heat, but well, last week nothing was too spicy or too uncomfortable. We talked about unproductive messiness when you fail to make decisions. And that commonly leads to midlife stuckness. And I offered 3 ideas to help you overcome shiny object syndrome. If you missed it, check out last week's Friday feed or pop over to the short recap, which you can find this past Monday as well. Ready to turn up that heat a bit with spicy topic number 2? This next topic's heat factor is set at about 8,000 shu, or approximately the heat of a chipotle pepper. So not too scary yet. This week, we're uncovering what happens when you make poor decisions and 4 ways to help avoid that common pothole in 2022. Did you know poor decisions are the equivalent of starting on a journey in the wrong direction? Oh, you might get there, but it's just going to be a lot longer. In my corporate life and as a midtrepreneur, I've worked hard at setting a goal and not making dumb decisions along the way that undermine that goal. If I could see you right this second, I bet you're nodding in violent agreement with me at the computer or mobile phone. Yep, I wholeheartedly agree. It is not easy to avoid dumb decisions. Have you ever heard the advice to think and say, I don't, versus I can't, in the face of a goal-wrecking temptation or sidetracking a shiny object? Research clearly supports the power of I don't in general. So, a study that was published in the Journal of Consumer Research and way back in 2012, this study was working with students that were committed to a healthy eating goal. Then they were instructed that when faced with a temptation, they should say to themselves either, I don't do blank, or I can't do blank. Example, I don't eat sweets versus I can't eat sweets. Then, when the study was over, on their way out of the lab, the students were told that they could choose a token of appreciation for their participation in this study. A chocolate bar or a granola bar. So, who chose the healthier option? Well, those telling themselves, I can't eat chocolate, still chose chocolate 61% of the time. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. But those saying, I don't eat chocolate, chose a granola bar over the chocolate bar 64% of the time. The power of words, just 2 letters difference. Do you make poor decisions? Most of the challenges you've faced started with, likely, a poor decision. Consider how a few poor decisions can create significant challenges in your life. 1, trust your gut. When it comes to making big decisions, it's often best to trust your heart. Be logical with the little decisions, but go with your gut on the big ones. Flip a coin. No, you're not going to leave a big decision to chance. Flip a coin and then check your emotions. before you look at the coin, you'll notice that a part of you is hoping for a particular result. Well, by golly, that's your answer. 2, consider your ideal life. If you don't have a vision for your life, create one now. Consider where you want to be. It's much easier to choose a path once you know where you're going. Align all your decisions with that objective in mind. 3, this is one of my favorites. Do a benefit cost analysis. Make a list of the pros and cons, sometimes called the Ben Franklin method, and make an intelligent decision based upon the facts. Think about short-term and long-term implement. I can't think of it. Try it again, Sue. Implications. Those folks that struggle sacrifice the future for short-term benefit or relief. 4, if all else fails, well, let a wise friend choose for you. Everyone has that friend who lives a charmed life. Ask for advice and follow it. Just be sure you're not trying to avoid taking responsibility for your life. A wise friend can be a great help if you're truly stuck. So give your decisions the reverence they deserve. Avoid procrastinating, sure, but make wise decisions and point your life in a positive direction, and your success in life will grow too. Well, we turned up the heat slightly this week with some hot, spicy talk, but as I promised, I kept it short. And the sweet part is if you're struggling to make goals and decisions on your own, then invest in yourself and use my Kickstart Your Comeback course to help avoid making poor decisions that don't align or help you achieve your goals. It's 5 modules that are bite-sized for super busy people just like you. And I've thrown in some pretty sweet bonuses too. Like I said last week, powering through this course will be like hooking up the jumper cables on your stalled life to a Kickstart booster battery. Check it out using the link in the description, and I'll see you next week with another sweet and spicy shorty designed to get you unstuck.